meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes. Gib du jetzt eine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten bin.
The bloodiest war in human history was also the greatest technological boom, World War II. Airplanes, radar, the atomic bomb, and much more. These were logical given the state of war, but the brutality of the war and the resistance of the Axis powers sometimes led to the formation of even the strangest ideas. Today, I'm going to tell you about the weirdest project that was seriously discussed in the White House and funded by the Pentagon. Yes, everyone knows Batman, but do you know BATBOMB? It's a bat bomb. Don't just look at this as a strange story. This project is a perfect case study to understand the psychological limits of people during wartime, the ethics of using animals for military purposes in war, and the creativity of people under the pressure of war. It all started with a simple observation that came to the mind of a dentist from Pennsylvania, Dr. Lytle S. Adams. He is both a dentist and an inventor. Adams knew that bats gathered in groups at night and could infiltrate everywhere. The logic of the project was simple. Most cities in Japan were made of dense wooden structures. A bomb dropped by a warplane could destroy a large area. However, the fire could be much more devastating when it started from hundreds of small places. What Adams envisioned was catching hundreds of Mexican free-tailed bats, attaching small incendiary bombs filled with napalm and a time delay to them, then putting them inside a large container and dropping them over Japanese cities with a bomber. When the container opened in the air, the bats would wake up from their hibernation and take shelter in the nearest dark places. And when the timers went off, the city would be consumed by small fires starting in hundreds of places simultaneously. However, there were incredible engineering challenges in this project. The weight of the bomb should not make the bat fall. The chemical mixture had to be effective, and the transport container had to be cold because bats hibernate in cold places. The project was now named Project X-Ray and had received a very high budget from the Army. However, this plan ended in a major fiasco. During a test conducted at the Carlsbad Army Airfield in New Mexico, some of the bats got out of control and settled in the base's hangar instead of the test area. When the timers went off, the hangar went up in flames, but a commander's staff car also caught fire. It is truly unbelievable, but true. The weapon planned to be used against the enemy first harmed its own army. This incident and other logistical problems greatly increased the cost of the project. In 1944, General LeMay deemed the project an effort that would take a full 6 months and decided the budget should be used for the atomic bomb project instead. This project was also canceled. The bat bomb was buried among the strangest military ideas in history without ever being used. Can you see the limits of creativity under the pressure of war? The absolute necessity of winning brought by the war legitimized funding every kind of idea. Both genius projects like the atomic bomb and absurd ideas like the bat bomb. The ethics of using animals as weapons also becomes another factor for discussion, with the absolute necessity to win. This project shows how far military technology went ethically. The bat bomb was not a military success, but these bizarre experiments, stemming from people's constrained creativity, forced scientific advances such as light incendiary materials and sensitive timers. Every great success contains hundreds of such illogical attempts behind it.